All right, guys, how's it going? It's the Eastbayanglers. Today, we want to talk all about bass poppers. We want to talk about topwater poppers, any kind of poppers, but specifically today, we're going to focus on our favorite and in general, the better 5 brands of poppers. So when I say brands, I mean there's really only one popper for these brands. So I'm going to get into it right now, and we're going to talk about the poppers that you need to be throwing, because I've thrown every popper basically out there, and I'll tell you, these are the best. So let's get straight into it and talk about the best poppers basically in the world. First is going to be the Rico. Okay, this is an, these are, harder to get baits. They're 20, 30 bucks a pop when you find them. They're extremely good, and they have quite the reputation. These are, made, I believe, by someone in California. I'm always hearing, I've got some Ricos, but a lot of places I go, especially a lot of older gentlemen, they fish the Rico and they swear by it. That's a lot of their favorites. So another is going to be the Dontiovani popper. So he makes a very good popper, and I believe it's the Splash It, but I could be wrong. I've got a couple of his, and I'm really a big fan of, his original Ridge Reaper and a lot of his other things. He's been coming out with some new crankbaits. I'm actually taking a look at him right now, but Dontiovani, I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right. He's extremely really nice person. I've talked to him before, and he's a very nice person, and I would say he's got a variety of baits. He's not a giant like robo worm, but he's definitely worth investing in, because his baits are quality. So the next one we're going to talk about is going to be the Megabass Pop X. Now also they have a Pop Max, and these are just high quality baits. They're very good. They've been around. I think the Pop Max has been out for like 11 years, but yeah, these things have been out for a long time, and they work really well. I believe there's I want to say there's over 200 colors, and there's probably a lot more. It's crazy how many colors there are. A lot of them are special colors for the Pop X and Pop Max by Megabass, and they're just phenomenal topwater popper. They allow you to kind of do a little bit of both. They walk really well, and they also splash really well. Whereas, the ones above that we talked about, those are small profile and they splash, and that's great. But this Pop Max and Pop X, you can walk it really well, and it has some really nice action that's unique. So they're a little pricey, but they're worth getting. You don't need a whole bunch. Pick 1 or 2 colors. The next one that I really want to talk about is something they don't make no more. It's Gary Yamamoto baits. It's a popper they used to make, and it's phenomenal. It caught us a lot of fish. We still use the bone white one. It's got red eyes and red gill, and we still use that one to this day. I have 3 or 4, and they're very good. And well, I wish they still sold those, because, if you change the paint job on that lure, get a custom paint job, those are money baits. They catch a lot of fish. They're very good. As far as, the paint job, not very good, but the production whoever, you know, the way they made them was special. So Gary Yamamoto, if you have a chance to get on some of them poppers, they're very, very good, and they're very much worth the money. And they're pretty fairly priced at this point. I think they're like $8, $9, $10 a pop. So we're going to talk about the last popper that I would throw. And this is only because it's been around forever, and I've used it for over, I want to say like almost 15 years. I've been using the Rapala popper, the SPC. Now I've used the 9, the 7, the 5. You know, I've used all three of those, and I've really hammered it. And I'll tell you, the SP5 is the one you want, and it's a finesse popper. Especially excels mid-spring, usually mid-spring all the way until, well, the end of summer. Obviously, depending on how late you get into the summer, it's only going to be an early and a late bite for, well, very short period, about an hour and 20 minutes. There's a window, and in the late summer, it's not that big of a window where that topwater bite, at least where I'm at, my area in California. But fishing that SP5, okay, so they don't even sell the SP5 anymore. That's something I just forgot to mention. That got discontinued a couple years ago, and it's just a lot smaller. And I don't know what it is, but if I told you guys, it, you know, 10 to 1 is the ratio. 10 to 1 bass on the 5 versus the SP7 or the SP9. And I've caught bass up to 4.5 pounds. It's a wonderful lure. I would, you know, get it in the normal black back, silver bottom, shad color. It's very effective. And I also like to get it in the fire tiger color. That's my second option. Keep it simple. But guys, seriously, you can go out there and spend $1 million on 1 million baits, and you know, the reality is you just want to make sure you're throwing stuff that's proven, stuff that has been around and basically is doing it all day, every day for years. So get on these poppers, get on more fish, and let us know your experiences with poppers, these brands, other brands. We're always, you know, we love to talk tackle. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.